Hi there, I'm Christine Young, and I'm here today to interview Christine Young, aka Young Mommy. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. So, Christine, how did you and your husband meet? Well, Ray and I met at a history conference. He lived in Southern California and I in Northern California, and we hit it off and decided to keep in touch via snail mail. You know, back then there wasn't email or any of the other social media networks that, could keep us in touch. So we corresponded the old-fashioned way via mail and telephone. And we just became really good friends that way. And then he decided to come up for a visit, and it's all history after that. Did you plan to have lots of kids? Yeah, I grew up in a large family. I'm the oldest of 5, so I always wanted a large family. I wanted 6. My husband, of course, only having one younger brother, only wanted 2 children, so I think we see who won there. I got my way, of course, like I always do. You have 7, 6 boys and 1 girl. Are all 7 yours? And you birthed them all, even the blondie. And yes, all 7 of them are mine. I did birth them all, even the blondie. I'm asked that all the time, and he is the only one that looks slightly different than my others, but he looks just like his grandfather, my husband's father, so that helps a little bit. However, my youngest, Timothy, he looks very much like Ben, my blondie, and we're hoping that he has blonde hair too, so that I don't get that question so much anymore. Now you know how that happens, right? Yes, I do know how it happens, and we like it. So I don't think that we're going to stop anytime soon as far as that goes, but we are finished. And so, yeah, there won't be any youngins added to our family anytime soon. However, we do have the desire to adopt at one point, so hopefully that will all work out here in a couple of years. Now, how do you manage homeschooling 7 children and having a successful business, with your blog and all? Also, there are hours in the day that are set aside specifically for schooling, and then there are hours set aside for work. And I do make it a habit of checking my email, throughout the day, so that I'm not bombarded at the end of the day, and so that it doesn't feel overwhelming. However, I can't imagine a life without feeling overwhelmed. With my blog and my social media, activity, I feel like I'm constantly going, and you add 7 kids to that, and boy, I'm tired a lot of times, but we make it work. So when do you find time to work? I seem to work most effectively at night when the kids are in bed. That way I don't have little ones climbing all over me and vying for my attention. It's difficult, though. It's difficult to stay away from the computer and away from work when the kids are up, because, I feel like social media is such an interactive activity that if I'm not online, tweeting or posting to Facebook on a regular basis, then I seem to lose a lot of what I have going on. So again, it all goes back to balance, and balance I certainly don't have, but hopefully we'll just keep plugging along and, make time for work when I can, but ultimately my kids are my priority, so whatever works. And what do you do to relax? How do I relax? Relaxing doesn't come very often, but my husband is very, very supportive, and so he allows time for me, or creates time for me, to get away, and I do get massages every now and then. It's been a really long time since I've had my hair done or my nails done, but this is a season of life, and I feel like there will come a day where I will probably wish that my kids were back and I had less time to relax. But for now, relaxing for me sometimes takes the form of a hot shower, and I just kind of sometimes wish that I had more of them. But again, I will someday. Okay, now for my last question. Why do you look forward to attending the Type A Parent Conference this year? You know, conferences for me are a great way to connect with the people that I interact with online. I love to meet people face to face, put Twitter handles with faces and blog names with people. And so, you know, Type A Parent is just a great way to get connected with, you know, with people that I interact with on a regular basis. And that's part of the reason why I love to attend conferences. You know, there's always something to be learned and something to be discovered, but ultimately it's all about the people. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, Christine. We hope you've enjoyed our interview.